Would you vote for? Let me ask you a question. Would you vote for?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm gonna just be real honest with this. She's a black woman.
Yeah,
because they skin folk, not Kim folk.
Hey guys, welcome back to That Liminal Period. It's your girl, Chun-Li Shoddy. I'm sure a lot of you have probably already seen the intro clip because it's currently going viral on YouTube. And honestly, I'm just so excited to share it and react to it on my own personal channel. As I've mentioned to you guys in a recent live stream, Anton Daniels and the Lapeef Let's Talk network were some of the first content creators that I saw that made the connection between culture as well as politics. I've actually been watching Anton Daniels for the past 4 to 5 years, and so I really do appreciate his content, and so I'm so excited and happy and proud to see his content go viral. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into it.
Okay, so Paige, you pro-woman. I got to hear what you got to say, y'all.
I am pro-woman, but in this situation, I don't think that she's gonna win. I think it's good for entertainment and us women and black women at that. But as far as you men, black, whatever color, I don't think y'all are gonna allow it. I don't think y'all.
What you mean allow?
And I think y'all are gonna band together with your votes and vote against her. That's what I think.
Would you vote?
I don't think men are as petty as she think, and if they don't vote for Kamala, it's going to be because of her policies, not just because they don't like her.
Or let me ask you a question. Would you vote for?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm gonna just be real honest with this. She's a black woman.
Yeah,
the faces of everybody, y'all. The faces of everybody. Okay, it's like half of them are in just total disbelief as well as disappointment. Okay, and the other side is just they expect it. I expect it too. It's like I know that there are plenty of people that will vote on a candidate just because of identity politics. There are plenty of people that voted for Obama because he was black. There are plenty of people that are voting for Kamala or will plan on voting for Kamala because she is a woman. I've actually had personal friends in my own life that have said, hey, it's nice to see an Asian lady run for president.
Folk.
I mean, it goes back to what somebody was saying, where it's not voting for someone, but majority will vote for somebody else
Hold on.
Exactly. It's like they have derangement syndrome, and
is it only because she a black woman?
Yeah.
Let's put Sexy Ray in the office.
She's not black, friend. She's not black.
She ain't black, friend, and that's why I had to make the video that I made. Okay, because I know a lot of people were in the comment section of that video asking, like, Chun-Li, like, why is it irrelevant? Like, why do you feel the need to create an entire video about why Kamala ain't like us? And the entire premise of that video is because I know that there are women just like Paige that will vote for Kamala just because she's a woman, just because she's a Divine Nine, just because she went to an HBCU. Have you guys not heard Joy Reid on MSNBC? And I'm surprised that Paige is even open and honest enough to admit that that is the only reason. I'm very surprised. But, okay.
Wait. Let's just say it don't matter.
Isn't she half black?
It don't matter. It don't matter. It's neither. Okay. Yeah, actually, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for cutting in. Okay. But it really shouldn't matter if she's half black, if she's full black, if she's not black, any of this. Like, it really shouldn't matter. But the reason why it matters and the reason why I feel the need to criticize and critique it is because it matters to some people, and those some people are people that are voting.
Vote for her.
Hold on. Let's have this conversation. Whether she's half black or
she's half of two of the most prosecuted.
It doesn't even matter. None of that matters. Why? Only because of that.
Because I would love to see a woman in office.
Oh,
why?
I want to give us a shot. I mean, how many presidents have we had?
Why is a good question. Like, why?
All right, vote for Hillary.
Paige, listen, Paige, y'all seen what single women did to the black man? Like, hold on, y'all seen how y'all mess up the head of the household? Y'all want to mess up the head of the country? Let's be honest. I ain't gonna say all single mothers, but let's be honest now. We got a prison full of
That is so incorrect. You said single mothers did what to the household?
They messed it up. They gave single mothers a choice. They said, you want welfare or you want the husband to be around. The women said, well, it sounds fair to me. And they took
That's a bar.
And ever since then, it's been messed up out here. Can we not agree to that?
I'm so broken, bro. Honestly. Like on everything, on my father's grave. I am so broken right now, man.
And this is why I be so sad on my stream sometimes.
Do you not see how that's a bad idea?
Nope, she don't
Elaborate.
see it.
Okay.
Hey, Avio. Hey.
We're in 3 proxy.
See, I told
wars.
y'all. See, I told y'all. So do you guys see what I mean by Anton Daniel and his channel is just able to just do so beautifully, make that connection between culture and politics? Because it does matter, because it's all interconnected at the end of the day.
With some of the most powerful leaders in the world. She failed at the border, in which we have an estimation of 15 to 20 million people illegally into this country. That is literally overtaking and bankrupting Chicago to the tune of over $400 million per year, and they are in a deficit. Oakland is going out of business. San Francisco, ditto. California, $65 billion deficit. New York, they're literally cutting trash, in which they are the rattiest, dirtiest city, and they've taken up resources as far as free healthcare, free hotels to the tune of $600 a day. They're literally taking over your schools. Your taxpayer dollars are going to fund the migrant crisis. She was supposed to be in charge of this. We have a failing economy. Every single day I see people getting on the internet talking about $30 an hour is the new minimum wage because inflation is fucking out of control. At one point, it was at almost 10%, depending on what city that you in. She has no policy, no record to stand on. One of the biggest things that she did in her career was lock up more black men than ever before. But we sitting here and vote her in office.
And was kikiing about it on the Breakfast Club later on.
She was under, as far as the president of the United States of America, she called him racist during a debate, which shows you how fake she is. And the only thing that we can stand on from a policy perspective is whether or not she's black and she's a woman. We did that during the Obama administration, and he didn't do anything for black people. As a matter of fact, y'all complain because the only person that he did, or the only group of people that he really stood for, is the alphabet community, and that's his landmark thing that he's still standing on today. So the only thing that we have to stand on is identity politics. That shit didn't work with Tiffany Henyard in Dayton, Illinois. It didn't work with Karen Bass. It didn't work with Lori Lightfoot in Chicago. It didn't work with Brandon Johnson that then took over her position in Chicago. It didn't work with Andre Dickens in Atlanta. It didn't work with Eric Adams in New York. It doesn't work across the country. Every single Democratic city is a hellhole.
I feel like Anton Daniel need to go ahead and rename this segment of the conversation to the Anton Cooking Show, okay? Because he is going in and he's providing facts and he is educating not only her, but everyone else that is ignorant of what was happening the last 4 years of the Biden-Harris administration, okay? Like I've mentioned on the past live stream, like sometimes I really do hesitate as far as covering certain politicians or certain modern day women boss babes like Christina Peterson, okay? Because it does seem like you're going in on a specific demographic, and it's really not. It's the fact that we have these DEI affirmative action hires that are running these democratic cities, and it's all going up in a shitstorm. So it makes it really hard, again, to like focus on the good examples and not just focus on the race conversation, because again, it's women like Paige that focus their attention and their energy and their efforts on supporting another person simply because of their race.
You're talking about identity politics?
And to further help y'all understand,
Shit, bro.
Speaking of identity, if y'all want to know who Kamala Harris is Nunu off of ATL. Okay? When it come time to play like she a black woman, she gonna put on her biggest hoop earrings. She gonna put on her Timbs. She gonna tie her Timbs up. I don't know who tie up Timbs. She gonna pull out her house, put them on her greens. And this how black she not, y'all. She put her greens in a bowl so it didn't touch the cornbread, y'all.
Oh shit!
What black family you know who put the greens in a cup so it don't touch the cornbread?
Dude,
No.
Anton's so tired. He's like, because yes, sometimes it's like the cultural and the political connection is great, but then sometimes you also just box people in by certain cultural, I guess, habits. Okay. I think Toxic 2K is just trying to further drive the message home on the fact that she is not black, despite her trying to overtly represent herself as a black woman.
The woman ain't black. Her daddy was Jamaican. Her mama was Indian. Their relationship stank.
I feel like he watched my video.
Second of all, she is not. If Drake ain't like us, KAMALA definitely ain't like us.
Hey, can I do a straw poll right quick? Who's voting for Kamala Harris? Raise your hand.
I ain't heard of policies yet. I can't say that I'm not voting for.
So,
yeah, that
Paige, raise your hand, Paige.
Kamala Harris?
Paige, raise your hand.
Is that it out of 10?
It's too early to really say for any candidate.
No, man.
Unless you're straight Democrat or straight
It's
Republican.
over, man. Look, the Democratic National Convention is in August. And by August, they got to have their person. They got to, ain't no too late. You already know who you're going to vote for now. So look, who's voting for Donald Trump? Raise your hand.
you're muted, Anton. Anton, you're muted.
Here's the thing. Here's the problem with that, though, ABL. We are liars.
That's what I was saying. See, that's what I was trying to say about Paige. Like, I actually do appreciate her honesty, because a lot of people will front and pretend like the last 4 years they didn't ridicule me for having the beliefs that I had. Like, there are people now that are saying, oh yeah, it's great that Biden has decided to step down and vacate the position so that someone else like Kamala Harris can run. Okay, like, no. Y'all acting stupid, because we've been telling you that he's senile for the last 4 years. I've been calling this elderly abuse, and everyone thinks I'm just being facetious or sky is falling Chicken Little. No, homeboy been losing his mind. And again, he should have probably done so, dropped out before the last election, but that's neither here nor there. We're already at the end of this one, but he should have dropped out midway, as far as like telling everybody that no, he's not going to run for presidential election. Because the thing is, because the fact that he kept sitting there and saying that he was going to run, there were no challengers. There were no incumbent outside of the Republican Party. Okay. So if he would have given a fair shot to the DNC so that all the other Democratic, I guess, like politicians can speak up and then we can actually vote on them, the Democratic Party might have actually had a viable candidate. But now you got cackling Kamala, hot tool girl.
You know how many people?
I want everybody to be honest. I want everybody.
They ain't gonna be honest.
It's not
They ain't gonna be
happen,
honest.
ABL. You know how many people? You know how many people gonna admit that they actually supported Black Lives Matters? Zero. You know how many people actually admit that they voted for Biden? Zero. I do straw polls.
But
all the
somehow
time
he
and
got
people lie.
in office, right?
ABL sound like a woman. Y'all just be honest. I ain't gonna get mad. Like, nigga, stand for the lie, nigga.
Well, I can say that I was definitely one of the people who voted for Obama because he was black. I definitely was one of the people who said I was going to vote for Trump, but in the end voted for Biden. I was one of the people who, when Black Lives Matter
Carrie, we
first
appreciate
came out,
you.
I was hashtag BLM and all of that.
Carrie!
I'm being honest.
Because she being real. She being
I'm
real.
being honest. And the reason that I did it, I was raised a Democrat. I was raised that way. My dad he was a campaign manager for our local councilman. We had to go knocking on doors. We had to pass out flyers. I worked for a Democratic assemblyman. I was raised Democrat. So I was just kind of following along. And then finally, thankfully, when COVID hit, I think Kevin Samuels started kind of talking about some stuff with politics too. Like some of the people who I started listening to.
The videos that y'all weren't watching, the videos and conversations that y'all were not paying attention to. Again, if you guys missed the conversation piece between ABL and Kevin Samuels when they were speaking on black men and the black community being traditionally conservative, please do go check out that video. Like I said, that video, when I made a reaction to it, it was 6 years old and there were only 10,000 people that actually watched that conversation, which is again a huge surprise seeing how there are so many people that are familiar with both ABL. He has over 1 million subscribers, and so many people that are familiar and say that they are such big fans of the late and great Kevin Samuels. And again, that conversation is there, it's available, and it's public.
During my time down, I started understanding certain things, and it dawned on me, I really don't know what Barack Obama did while he was in office. So I started researching and I started learning, and I'm like, oh my God, like a lot of the stuff that I have had issues with the trans, like that whole world stemmed back from that administration. And then some of the stuff, and I'm not.
Like I told y'all, okay? And I'm so happy. And again, I do apologize. I keep pausing in on Carrie, but I just don't want to speak over her. Like I mentioned to you guys already, gay marriage has only been legal since 2015. And that was the last year that Obama was in office. It is very ironic to me that both Obama and Biden, when entering into the White House, were completely against trans people, gay people, the LGBTQ movement. And by the last year of them being in office, gay marriage was legalized. And then now we see where it's gone, right? With Biden in office, gender affirming care, you see people pushing back on parents and school systems. Like you just see all of this snowball. Okay. And like, that's why I say it's all interconnected, and you're going to notice the connection points if you pay attention. But the issue is, and that's what Carrie, again, I appreciate for being so transparent for, is that there are a lot of people that participate in politics but are not very well informed. As I mentioned at the top of this video, over the weekend I was talking to one of my girlfriends and brought up Kamala Harris and how she's running for presidency. And my friend actually said, yeah, I'm excited to see it. I plan on voting for her because she's a woman. She's an Asian woman. And I'm just like, wow, like if you don't get the F out of my face, like for real, for real. But the thing is, it's because there are so many people that have the idea and have the mentality and just they oversimplify it, and they just want to say that, hey, I'm a good person. I can't vote for Trump because he's racist, and he's racist because the media told me so. I can't vote for Trump because he's also misogynist, and I know he's a misogynist because the media told me so. I can't vote for him because he hates Asian people. He called it the China virus because the media told me so. See, so there is just so many different things that people actually don't actually know. They only believe this and they think they know. Again, because they're under the influence. And I'm not talking about alcohol. I'm not talking about drugs. I'm talking about the social media influence or the mainstream media influence. Okay? But anyways, kudos to Carrie for being real and for challenging herself.
I'm not saying he didn't do good things, but my point was it was eye-opening to me at how like totally oblivious to real issues I was, and how I was just following along with the crowd. And the thing about the internet is you
That's
can
called
find
being a
your
sheep.
home. You can find who to watch, who to listen to feel good about your decision. You can find your space. So you can't even really go online to educate yourself. You really, in my opinion, have to kind of be like a lone wolf to really figure out what's going on in the world of politics. So,
okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end the conversation here. Like I mentioned, I am going to be linking the full conversation, the full live stream in the description box down below. So please do go and support Anton Daniel's channel. But again, I do appreciate her just walking us through her thought process and just sharing her perspective, because I've mentioned this in past conversations as well. The internet has a lot of different echo chambers, and that's what she's speaking to. Okay, you're going to be able to find that confirmation bias or find people that all agree with you if that's the information you're seeking after. And that's why, again, I wanted to have conversations on my channel. Okay, I find that there is a lot of that I can appreciate from both sides, and whether we're talking about men and women, black and white, conservative versus liberal, like there are so many different mindsets that we can just find the middle ground of. And until you can actually challenge what you've been taught, challenge what you've been told, and actually arrive at those own conclusions by yourself. Okay. And again, sometimes you might need to lean on the Anton Daniels or the Kevin Samuels or the Jordan Petersons or the Officer Tatums or even Candace Owens. You know what I mean? Like, we can lean on them and understand more perspective the more people that we open ourselves up to. I know this monologue is getting long, but anyways, I'm just so very excited to see a full circle moment because I shared it with you guys, like an observation that I had from the ABL Kevin Samuels video. Okay. I mentioned it when I talked about Lapeef. For some reason within the Black community, it seems like the conversation of politics has already been decided. Most Black people already vote for the Democratic Party. So whenever these conversations arise, they never get any attention. If you scroll through the Lapeef Network or Anton Daniels channel, you're going to find the views on toxic relationships. You're going to see a lot of people engage and interested in Pop the Balloon or, you know, single mama this, broke men that. Okay. Like, those are the conversations that for some reason the community seems to be most interested in. And then the conversations where we're talking overtly and explicitly and directly about politics, you're getting 500 views. No one is clicking on it. So anyways, the reason why I'm sharing this monologue is because if you enjoyed my videos or Anton videos or anybody's video, please do engage, like it, subscribe, share their video, because there are more people that actually think like this and feel this way. Okay. If you feel like the Conservative Party currently does not represent your ideologies, then speak up, because the only way you're going to be represented is if you go out and vote. And be informed when you go vote. But anyways, I've enjoyed this conversation. I hope you guys did too. And I look forward to speaking with you guys next time. Bye.